Hi everyone, welcome to the second tutorial where I'll be drawing a cat's eye. In particular, I'll be drawing the left eye of the cat that I drew last time. For drawing eyes like this, the first thing you want to do is get a light pencil. In this case, I'm using a HB pencil, and you want to try to get the rough shape of the eye. Here, I'm pressing a bit too hard, which is not what you want to do. You want to press a bit lighter, but you just want to get the rough shape. You can also use an eraser if you need to rub out any lines that aren't working. Now that you have a shape that you're happy with, it's time to start shading. To do this, choose a HB or B pencil and begin shading the first layer of the drawing. In this case, the eye is slightly darker around the edges, so we want to transition to lighter values as we shade towards the center. You can also lightly shade the pupil to remember where it is. Then come in with a blending tool, which could even be a tissue if you don't have a brush or a blending stump. And you want to lightly blend around the eye towards the center. To make the eye realistic, we can make use of highlights, which is part of the eye where light is reflected. And these will be white, and we want to avoid shading these early on. Then you want to get a darker pencil, such as a 2B pencil, and continue to shade and blend as before. As you can see in the reference photo, there is also a less obvious reflection on the left side of the eye that we need to capture, so I'm shading in the dark parts around this lighter area. Then I'm making the pupil darker, which you can do now or at a later step. You can also get a darker pencil, such as a 4B or 6B, and begin shading a third layer. This time, you want to focus on drawing strokes toward the center of the eye, and blend them in the same direction. Then you can use an electric eraser to create more highlights, or just a regular eraser. Since there is a lighter patch around the pupil, you can use a moldable rubber to create brighter lines toward the center by dabbing the rubber on the paper. Then you can use an even darker pencil and an eraser to add darker darks and lighter details around the eye, and you can also blend where necessary. Also, you can make a few dark strokes going from the center of the eye to the outside. The eye's looking more realistic now, but here I'm just fiddling with detail until I get something that I'm happy with. So it's up to you when you want to stop adding detail, but for now I'm just fiddling with the detail until I get something that I think represents the reference image quite well. You can also use an even darker pencil, such as an 8B, to shade in the darker values on the edge of the eye and the pupil. If you want, you can also shade and blend around the eyeball to create a more complete look. Then you can continue to add detail as you would like by adding darker darks and lighter highlights, but sparingly, as doing this too much will take away from the realistic effect. Here I'm adding a few more highlights with the moldable rubber. Once you've got the detail that you're happy with, you are now finished. And that's all for today, so thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.